Alright, because I'm going to be using the do along with the Uno, I have to use the new variation of Arduino, which is the 1.51 variation. So you can see here I have my 2, 1, and now 1.5. And wow, have I been busy, right? So 1.5 release 2. Again, this can be found on the website for Arduino. But for right now, I'm just going to make a new sketch. And I'll do the bare minimum thing. Just like that. And we're going to start writing some integers. Okay, 1 integer out pin equals 10. Okay, as stated here, you can see the out pin right here, 10. Alright, now I need a constant integer. Oops, forgot the S. And this is going to be an analog input. We'll call it analog in pin. And it's going to be A0. Perfect. Alright, we need a sensor and an output value. So integer, sensor. And we're going to put that as 0. And now we need the output value. What is it translating into? Remember how we mapped out data before? This is mapping out data, and this is going to be the output value of that new map. Output value, and it's also equal to 0. Okay, perfect. Now for the setup, all I'm going to be doing is initializing a pin. So pin mode, out pin, output. Just like that. Now don't forget the out pin is pin 10. Alright, down below, let's write some code for this. This is some really short code, but very powerful stuff. Okay, first off, sensor value equals analog read and that's going to be an analog read of what? Analog in pin. Now I'm getting to the point where I don't like typing, so I'm just going to type by pasting. So paste that in, and bam. Alright, and now we need an out value. Okay, again, Control C, Control V equals mapped out data from sensor value and sensor value is because if it's a mega ohm, we're going to be going like this: 0 to 1023. Now, if it was a mega ohm, wouldn't it be higher than 1023? Wouldn't that be only what, 1000 K? No. It actually works out 1023 very well. And if you measure that pentameter out, there is a way to measure it, of course. If you want to measure what kind of potentiometer you have and what the data is coming out, I would say analog read serial, hook it up just like before, hook it up to A0, and then find out what numbers are being spit out. Just like before, we already went through that, so we're not going to go through that again. Okay, we're going to change this to a value of 1 to 90,000. Wow, right? Okay, and then we're going to go like that. So why 90,000? Well, we're not controlling the voltage this time. We're controlling the timing. And we're going to be controlling the timing in microseconds. Not even seconds, microseconds. So let's look at the code for that. Digital write, out pin, high. That's pretty easy. Now, what are we controlling? Well, we're controlling delay, and before we just wrote delay, right? And then we wrote a number. But this time, we're going to type this out micro seconds. Just like that. Should turn orange. If you have it orange, good to go. What's turning microseconds? Well, this right here, the output value. So bam, output value. Just like that. Alright, well, again, to save us some time, we want to copy that, and we're going to paste it down below. And the only thing we're changing this time is low. Okay, so I'm going to write this as uno microsec change. Perfect. So let's take it and make sure that it's getting the right serial port, and it is not. The board is going to be an Uno. There we go. Serial port good. Alright, I'm missing some stuff here. What am I missing? Constant. Oh, lowercase. There we go. Alright, there we go. It has been seeded into the Uno. What can we do with this? Well, the speaker's hooked up. So let me turn on the speaker just a little bit so it's not too annoying. And if you can hear that, which I know you can, okay, that's pretty neat. Let's add the sunflower to the mix. So the one on this side is positive, the one on this side is negative. These operate at a higher voltage and amperage than this can put out, so I'm not worried about burning that out at all. Now we can turn this down or up, and you can start seeing that LED flash. But on my side, it is seriously a strobe light. So if you ever want to make a strobe light that operates on a certain frequency, bam, there it is. So, certain frequency. What's that? Well, we're going to look at how we can read this in the next video, but for right now, that's my experiment. How to generate a nice square wave out to a speaker and then also through light. Alright, let's look at what we can do with this and how we read it in the next video.